Oof. And are we live? Are we live? Yes, we are live. Oh, but me oh my, what an absolutely cracking morning for a good morning walk. I'll tell you that now. I'll tell you that now, readers. It is an absolutely fantastic morning. Compared to last weekend, which was a bit murky. Oh, we've got people coming in already. Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. You'll have to excuse me because the sun is that bright. I can see that you've commented, but I can't see what you wrote. So, good morning to you. Oh, I say it's an absolutely belting morning today. But yeah, I think it's already, before I left, I think it's already like 16 degrees. I think it's going to go into at least the 20s today. But yeah, it's going to be an absolute cracking morning. Or at least the ponies aren't here today. Oh, I can see the comments now. Good morning. Oh, hello from Canada. It's usually over 30 here. Good morning. Yeah, I need a hat. That is a good point. I actually do have a sun hat, but I haven't brought it with me, so I do actually need some new sort of hat. But the good news is that yesterday there we go, is that my PC died, but I managed to get one on a sale from a company. There we go. Called PC Specialist. So I have one literally on the way. Ordered yesterday, and it's already on its way today. I didn't expect it to be that fast. So that's probably what I'm going to be doing on later today, setting up my new PC and sorting all that out. But yes, good morning to you. Good morning, one and all. Welcome, as always, to the good morning walk. Oh. So lovely when we've got a day like today. Just like there's literally not a cloud in the sky. And for those of you who have joined me like during like the winter walks, or when the field has literally been full of snow, or when this area here, if you may remember in past winter good morning walks, that area has been completely frozen solid. It's felt more like ice skating than a walk in the a walk among the fields. But yes, well, I feel as if today, before we get into some other stuff, I feel like we have to talk about the annoying stuff. Morning from Ireland, good morning to you. Someone was on holiday there, but I couldn't read the rest of your comments, sorry. That's the big problem with the sun. Like, if I hold it like this, I can see that there's comments coming in, but I can't read the comments. So you'll have to forgive me if you say anything and I don't respond to it. But as we said, I think that's a slightly more. Morning from Dublin. I think that was someone there. I couldn't see your name, like I say. I can see, well, oh, I can see someone's put an emoji. Is that, there we go. Oh, go away. Cthulonic, I think that was. But anyway, yes, good morning to you all. I think before we begin, we have to talk about Monday. Because, oh my, oh me, oh my. What's the best way to put this? We went through the article on, what was it, Tuesday? Was it Tuesday or was it Thursday? I can't remember. But the gist of the article was essentially what it is like to live in the most stupid country in the world at the moment. Because many of you may think that, oh, my word, how dumb is my country sometimes? What on earth is going on? Well, my friends, allow me to, as we say in the UK, hold your pint, because the tale I'm about to tell you is not only shocking on a local and national scale, but shocking on a world scale. Because as I just said moments ago, this coming Monday is Freedom Day, or is being dubbed Freedom Day by Boris. And, well, a good proportion, shall we say, of the Conservative MPs. And we'll get to the rest of those fools later, but trust me, we'll get to them. Because essentially what is happening is our government has now decided to essentially take leadership, shall we say, and go out and fully say, well, virus is over as of Monday. As of Monday, COVID is no longer an issue. It's no longer here in the UK, even though, again, if you've only got to go look at the numbers of infection rates, they are sky high at the moment. I have a feeling that might be a lot to do with the football crowd, I highly suspect. There you go. And essentially all restrictions, so that means no more mask wearing, no more social distancing, no more certain number of people inside being banned. We are heading for what I like to call a COVID catastrophe. And I think it generally speaks for itself, what I've said. We're headed smack bang right for a disaster of epic proportions. And as I've said before, there is when this new variant develops, because it will, because we have created the perfect conditions for it to essentially mutate. Less than half of our population is still vaccinated, or shall we say double vaxxed. I myself have had the Pfizer vaccine twice now, so I've been, double jabbed. But the more worrying thing, of course, and I found this out very recently because it's kind of shocking that this isn't, being spread about more. But in terms of the Delta variant, which is the variant that is currently ripping through this country, which is causing the massive rise in infections, predominantly because Again, because Boris Johnson wanted to keep the routes open between him and India, so that essentially he could go and have a good photo opportunity with the Indian Prime Minister. The Delta variant against AstraZeneca, don't quote me against any other, variants, because again, even if you have the vaccine, it's well worth remembering it is not 100% effective. Yes, when you have a vaccine, it allows your body to be able to fight off the virus more effectively, but AstraZeneca, against the Delta variant, if you've had one jab, you were about 33% what is it? I can't even say it. Efficacy, is that how you even say it? I don't know. We've discovered my weakness. I can't say it. But of how well it works. Efficacy, I think that's how you say it. Efficiency. No, not the right word. But one jab is only 33%. 2 jabs is 66%. And yet remember, not only that is that the majority of people currently who have been, I think, injected in this country have been AstraZeneca people. I mean, I don't know myself. I mean, I'm sure someone will be able to tell me in chat what the one for Pfizer is, but I highly suspect it might be very similar. So imagine that less than half our population has been vaxxed. You've got a new variant that is not completely immune to the current vaccine, but is at least a strong possibility. Rising infections, we are creating a perfect petri dish for a new variant to appear. And if a new variant appears, this could go very, very bad. Very bad, very quickly. Okay. We've got some new ponies. Check out. Again, this is the bad thing, I can't see the screen. The sun is right in my eyes and I can't see. Oh, look. I don't know. Can you see him? Can you see him? Oh, there he is. Pony. Here's your pony time today. I think there's a foal over there. I don't know if you can hear him on the audio, but he's somewhere over there and he sounds pretty lost. Oh. You can hear the communicating. They're trying to coordinate the search and rescue. Here's some more ponies for you. Tell you what, it's still early this morning, but I tell you what, I can feel the heat. I can feel the heat. So, Monday being branded Freedom Day is so worrying. So worrying, because we are going to end up creating a new variant that is very, very likely to be to essentially really, really be immune to these new vaccines. And I can't put into words, I genuinely, seriously cannot put into words what an absolute monumental, idiotic decision this is. You know, you think sometimes there must be some sort of way or reason why the government is doing this. But it's not. And dude's right, yes. I'm in the shade. I can see the chat now. This type of stupidity is so, so worrying. And if this happens, the rest of the world is going to blame us something fierce. We've already had, I think, a load of like professors and scientists come out and say, why on earth are you just completely getting rid of all restrictions? It doesn't make sense. And if you've seen this week any Conservative MP on the telly, like we were on Wednesday, we covered, we had the minister, the guy from Transport for the North, and oh, there we go, ponies skulking in the background. You know, who's the secretary, or not secretary, but the, like he's in charge of most of the Transport for the North, saying, oh, there we go, saying that we should follow government guidelines. And the person who was in the government saying, well, maybe you shouldn't wear masks because reasons. Again, it doesn't make any bit of sense at all. Does not make a single bit of sense. Oh. But yeah, so worried. So worried about Monday. Because it's not just the idea that sort of Monday happens, because once you've done this, then a lot of the Conservative Party, and this is where we get to talk about the people on the back benches, because remember, there have been a lot, there's even a grouping of MPs called the COVID recovery lot, who have been right from the start been very, very anti-lockdown. Most of them were like, well, if we lock down, we'll destroy our economy. But you've only got to look at places like Brazil and even America when Trump was in charge. Just letting it open and letting it, you know, run its course damaged the economy far, far more than lockdowns itself. And it's just one of those things where you just go look and just be like, what on earth? What on earth are you guys thinking? And then we've got the new guidance for vulnerable people, because there are a lot of people out there. Remember, the virus is still out there. This is the dumb thing. There's a lot of people out there who, right from the word go, were told to go into shielding, which basically means they either had immune deficiencies or stuff that if COVID got them, it would create, you know, complications that would seriously harm them or even kill them. Got the doggo. See if you can. I don't know if you saw him. Morning. This is the problem now. I can't even, when I'm walking directly into the sun, can't even see you. Morning. Can't see you at all. Even if I do that, I can't even see. So I just can't put into words how dumb this is. I can't even reach to the Malcolm Tucker dictionary and, you know, pull out the word omnishambles to describe how ridiculous and this current government is. But, and especially again going back to the government's advice on poor people, on not poor people, on vulnerable people who were shielding during this pandemic. You know, advice so spectacular that one of the advices, if they want to go out for food but are still concerned about shopping, is just not to go at, shall we say, more busy times. Not about, you know, maybe continue to order food online or something like that, or, you know, do they have a friend or family member that could assist them? You know, advice that would actually genuinely help them. And it really, really is so worrying, the state in which this could potentially go from bad to worse, because once it happens, there's no going back. If there is a variant that develops that is immune to our current vaccines, that's it. There's you know, back to square one. And, you know, I do have a holiday in Japan booked, fingers crossed, for next November. You know, I would actually like to go to Japan. Like I say, it was booked for, well, not this November. Well, currently that's where we were meant to go. That's where we moved it. We were meant to go in, obviously, November of 2020, but of course that fell through. Looking at the situation now, it's very likely that, again, it's not going to happen. So again, we're moving our holiday again. So hopefully that happens and that goes through, because like I say, I do love Japan. And don't worry. Where did that come from? Don't worry, because when we are out in Japan, I will do some more videos, and hopefully, depending where we are, we might even be able to do a good morning walk. Maybe what? Maybe once, maybe twice, depending when we're out there. I'll have to work it out. Yes, we might even have a good morning walk from Japan, maybe in the future, maybe next year when that happens. But again, fingers crossed. It's like I say, I don't want to be in the position where I'm having to cancel my holiday yet again because the Johnson variant is running wild through the country. Ponies in Osaka. That is true. That is potentially true, though. We are thinking of going to, is it Kobe? Where the the bowing deer are. I think that'll be quite fun. Ugh. Again, unfortunately you can tell the teenagers have been out on the field again, which again I don't mind. Of course, feel free to come, but why do you have to leave such rubbish on the field? I'm just although it doesn't look as bad on here, and to be honest, to be honest, they're probably going to be out here tonight, and it's probably going to look an absolute tip tomorrow morning. Yeah, so we're landing in Osaka. Then from there we go to Kyoto for a couple of days. Then we're going to Osaka. And we're going to use Osaka as a base because Osaka apparently has pretty much good rail connections, whether you want to go up or down the country. So we're going to use that as a base and then travel around Japan from there as a base for a bit. And then we're going to go over to Tokyo for our final lots of days, and we're gonna do some stuff there. And one of the things I am looking forward to is visiting Ichiran and Ippudo, two very big and famous ramen places. It's gonna be fantastic. Well, you say, is it business or is it a vacation? It did actually start off as business. In 2020, I was going to the World Conference for JCI, that's Junior Chamber International, for those of you who don't know. So I was going to their international conference that was going to be in Japan, so it was going to be very much a mixture of business and pleasure, because we were going to do a week beforehand, and then we were going to do the conference in Yokohama, and then of course the virus hits, and then it's now turned into a holiday with the people that I'm going with. So looking forward to it when it eventually happens, because it ain't happening this year, hence why we're going to try and move it. But tell you what, it's such a wonderful day today. This is hang on. This is the thing about shorts. In fact, some of you are probably going to get at me because I'm not wearing, I couldn't find my my proper short socks, so I'm wearing normal socks while wearing shorts, which is a typical British thing to do. So so sorry for the bit of the Debbie Downer beginning to the Good Morning Walk, but to be honest, it needs saying. And to all my viewers in the UK watching this, my message to you is very simple. Ignore Freedom Day. The virus is still out there. For Pete's sake, keep on wearing a mask, keep maintaining social distancing, keep on doing those two things, and encourage your family and friends to do likewise. Like I say, I was very, very happy that I think Tesco's have come out and said you need to wear, we're going to continue enforcing mask wearing in our stores. So good on Tesco for doing that. And I think Waterstones, the bookshop, has also choosing to enforce that, which again, excellent. Couldn't agree more with. So hopefully, other shops and department stores are going to continue enforcing that. In fact, it would be fantastic if Meadowhall, like our big like, you know, shopping complex, I suppose Americans would call it a mall, would continue and would enforce mask wearing, because that would go a long way to helping out this situation. Will go an incredibly long way. So, like I say, I do have hope somewhat, of course, that this is going to happen. But of course, again, we'll have to see which places follow suit. But anyway, good on Tesco's. Like I say, if I definitely can make that choice, there's a local Tesco's, but the big supermarket Tesco's are supposed to be a bit far away. Hopefully Aldi will follow suit, because that's sort of like the local supermarket. So, like I say, fingers crossed that they'll continue to enforce that as well. And if there's any justice in the world at all, Piers Corbyn will at least catch COVID. And maybe he'll come to the realization, oh, that actually COVID is real and does exist. No ponies on this side of the field today, unfortunately. They're not even over there. But yeah, anyway, it just goes to show you just how lovely it is. Like I say, to all those southerners who will love to put down the north, just look how lovely it is out here today. It's absolutely fantastic. Hold on, there we go. Hopefully that's made the. I've got to clean my screen when I get back. This is a bit dusty. Hopefully that hasn't like smudged the. Hopefully that just hasn't smudged the lens even more. But anyway, oh. So, as is per usual and tradition, now on the Good Morning Walk, we've had our preamble warm up. It's time to talk about Boris's plan for levelling up, because Boris had a grand old day out in Coventry at a local manufacturing facility, which is of course the type of thing Boris loves, because he loves to, you know, go out and grab a, you know, local photo opportunity and to go, oh look how fantastic this all is. And in a nice, very nice twist, it was ruined for him, and I'll get why. We'll get into why it was ruined for him later. But this was meant to be Boris's big keynote speech. This was Boris, who was going to set out, finally, for all those naysayers saying, oh, thank you very much. I've just seen someone sent a super chat, but I can't read it. But anyway, thank you very much for that. Hold on. I'm in the shade now, so I should be able to see it. Yep, thank you very much, Helen. Yorkshire is indeed the best. Like I say, thank you very much for that. Oh yeah, I forgot. I get to show you the new the new goat. Yeah, there's a new goat. I think I've shown you these. I think I've shown you these before. I can't remember. There's a couple of goat and a bit of a sheep situation now. So we'll show you the new goats. Oh yeah, I forgot they've got a kid as well. Let's hold on a second. We'll turn it around. There we go. Oh, turn it around. There we go. So as you can see over there, you've got two goats, and there is in between them, even though he's really tiny, a little kid. You can just see him there. He's a little white dot in between those other two white dots. Like I say, the other side of the field. And there's the two other sheep and their little lambs as well. Ooh. Come for your close-up, goaties. Pinch to zoom. Oh, there we go. I didn't realise we could zoom on live chats. But there you are. There's one goat. There's two goats on either side. And then there's that little kid at the moment, right in there, like I say. So then over there, there's a little lamb. And there we go. There we go. They look delicious. I don't know if you can actually eat goat, but there we go. Oh. Well, I'll tell you what, I can definitely feel the heat. Ooh. But yes, before we go into more Boris's big announcements, we are on our little halfway around our little walk today. Please do remember to hit that like and share button. It does help out the channel massively. And of course, there are links down below to my Patreon page and a one-off donation link called Buy Me a Coffee, where you can indeed buy me a coffee. And of course, as we have seen as well, super chats are also open as well. And of course, YouTube memberships, where if you do have a YouTube membership, you can indeed use your special emojis. And like I say, the more people that join that, the more emojis that we can add. And I am probably thinking at this point there might be a full set of Jeff Taylor emotes that I want to add the next time we get once enough people have joined that we can I can commission some more to be made. I think that'd be quite funny, because his new mug is hilarious. His new mug is ever so weird. Oh yes, Carlo G's just posted one. Currently at the moment we have some emojis just wearing some nice little bowler hats at the moment. But yes, back to Boris. So have I ordered the mug? No, not yet. I am I am still contemplating ordering the mug. I'm very tempted to, because he is the most egg-shaped person on there. I'm very tempted. Very tempted. I'm not gonna lie. But I've just had to buy a new PC because, as you saw last Wednesday, it decided to have a little bit of a meltdown, and on Friday it decided to give up the ghost completely. So I've just had to order a new PC, but hopefully it's coming today. What did I get? No, it wasn't a Dell. A company called PC Specialist. They make custom PCs. So I ordered, rather than make one, they had a number of pre-built already custom PCs that I've got, which is quite good, to be honest, the specs wise. So I thought, rather than mess about and, you know, try and make my own one, I just ordered one of their pre-built ones. So I've got that coming, which was really annoying because all day on Friday I just wanted to play Man-Eater. The game where you get to pretend to be a shark and eat people. Which is really bizarrely fun and also quite cathartic at the same time. So yeah, I think we're going to enter into a conversation about like PC tech specs now, and I can't remember what the specs I ordered. Yeah, someone else in the chat has just said, yeah, they've got some good pre-built ones. And like I say, I was just, to be honest, just wanted to get one, and I managed to get one. So I was quite happy with that. But you think I think I know what I might do one time. I'm gonna have to see how it works. But one time, what I'm gonna have to do is I'm just gonna do a Wednesday live stream, and we'll just play a game, and we'll talk some politics, just for a bit of fun. We'll have like a nice, chill Wednesday stream one time soon, I think. Just have like a chill and chat stream. I think that'd be quite fun. So anyway, back to Boris's big day out. There we go. So, what was the budget for that desktop? I spent over £1,000 on it. So, which, trust me, as a Yorkshire person, you know, spending any amount of money is a considerable effect on my stress and health. So it will be a good, like I say, it will be a good PC, because the current PC I've had from PC Specialist, again, that's why I went back to them, has lasted me over 5 years. Indeed, so to be honest, again, the amount of money that I paid for that, to say I've had it for at least over 5 years, had very, very few problems with it until it died. You know, I've only ever had to upgrade the graphics card, I think, once. Since I've ever had it. Has been quite nice. So, like I say, I will definitely be looking forward to getting it, because apparently it's arriving today, of all things. So that was a very nice surprise. But at least they are, shall we say, fast when dispatching stuff. So anyway, that's quite nice. But yes. Oop. Like I say, if people really want me to later, I'll post like what the new specs are on it. I can't remember them off the top of my head, but I've done the whole switch thing where I've got technically 2 sets of hard drives. Like, I've got the pre-built solid state one where the operating system is going to run off it, so it should that was a fly. I'm definitely going to brush my teeth when I get home. I always love it, the delay when it happens. I can always read your comments. But yes, yeah, quick, find a spider. So yeah, new PC today, which will be good. Resorting to eating local wildlife. Yeah, at least I'm getting my proteins in. That is true. Oh. But yeah, Boris's big announcement turned out to be what we'd all predicted, because again, this big speech was meant to silence the naysayers about Boris's plans for not levelling up, or shall we say, having no plans not to level up the country. So there are some, again, he went and set out stuff and then said nothing. He said all the stuff that we've heard before about wanting to level up the country. He said that he would, quote, continue with devolution, even though, again, there are no current plans to, shall we say, expand devolution, because, again, when you look at who controls these new devolved regions, there are about 7 of them, and all 6 of them are controlled, surprise, surprise, by Labour. And quite frankly, the Tories do not like the odds of continuing more devolution down the line. So almost certainly this is not going to happen. And of course, one of the big things, of course, that was said, which again I find very interesting, is we've always said if you're going to generally level up this country, then you've got to essentially raise taxes or get that money from the South, because the South has benefited enormously for years for their stuff. That is where most of the wealth in the country is. And of course, Boris's southern MPs are not going to like the fact that their pockets might be picked to pay for levelling up of the North. So Boris went out and said that he will not essentially do that, which essentially means that all this money, these very basic one-off grants that a lot of places are getting at the moment through either the new town fund or the shared prosperity fund are peanuts. Yes, it might sound like a lot of money, but in reality it's nothing. And like I say, most of these towns got more money when we're in the EU, and these weren't just one-off things, they were annual things, they were yearly things that they would get from the EU. And I've said before, there's going to be a lot of issues, I think, especially in the near future, where we're going to see councils go bankrupt. So Boris's big, grand, levelling up speech, well, it turned out to be what we've been saying for years, well, for ages now. It was just a big bag of nothing, you know? The hot air Boris puts out could indeed power the country if it could be harnessed in some way. But of course, this is what we predicted. It would be a big pile of nothing, because you can chart the Tories saying that they're going to level up the country for years. You know, this has been a plan for years. And even I have said before, the Northern Powerhouse, even though, again, it didn't end up happening, if it had actually happened, would have actually been probably the first project the Tories had said and actually delivered upon. Of course, with us leaving the EU, because, again, a lot of the money that was being put in to the Northern Powerhouse Fund and the whole stuff that was going to be into it was coming from the EU. But of course, that hasn't happened. So we are, once again, going to see, shall we say, trinkets given in place where, shall we say, chests of gold would be far more appropriate. appropriate. And once again, the promises to level up the north are, oh, pardon me, that's the fly coming back, are not going to work. They are just that, promises that are still just going to, shall we say, hinder rather than help the north. Because yes, it might be nice that your town, oh dear, your town might have had a nice bit of money poured into it. But if there's no long-term strategic plan behind that, then just throwing money at the problem for what the Tories are doing here for a very short-term solution is pointless. I mean, this could have been wrapped up as part of Boris's plan to help get the country back up and running, help it recover, from the coronavirus. Because, again, you won't be surprised to know that it was the north and the poorest areas of the country that have been most affected by the coronavirus. Shock horror, I know. But Johnson is not going to do that, because the Tories are not about long-term planning. They are all about the short-termism. What can we do now that scores the biggest amount of political points? Not something that, say, is going to develop over the next 10 to 15 years, which ends up getting us points then, and would be a lot better for the country. No, we're just going to go, there's the cash, hopefully it works. And again, those of you who know about the budget, the recent budget, know that there are budget cuts coming. So austerity hasn't gone away either. You know, you may remember during the whole Grenfell fire saga, everyone all said, this is the moment austerity is meant to have ended. Again, primary reason why Grenfell caught on fire was because, again, the Conservative Control Council decided to skip and save money. So again, as I've said before, we're going to be affected by the ABCs. Austerity, Brexit, and COVID. And they're going to combine together to create the ultimate storm so again, it doesn't work, unfortunately. There's huge systemic problems in this country, such as transport. Easily one of the biggest problems we could solve. I know my town, again, this is a statistic from my town, and it's 1 in 5 people end up turning down a job because they can't get there. Oh yeah, I forgot to show you these guys as well. We've got some new cows. Let me show you the new cows. There you go. Anyway, that's the new cows. Oh. But yes, anyway, as is always, we're at the end of our lovely good morning walk for everyone. And, you know, thank you so much, one and all, as always, for joining me on this fantastic good morning walk. You know, if you did enjoy this and you're new here, then please do hit that subscribe button. And of course, to everyone else, please do remember to hit that like and share button on your way out. It does help out the channel. And of course, there are links down below to my Patreon page and one-off donation link called Buy Me a Coffee, where you can indeed buy me a coffee. And as always, thank you everyone for joining us. It's been an absolutely cracking morning for a good morning walk, as I'm sure you all agree and you saw. But yes, thank you all. One and all. It's been a fantastic morning as always. As always, if you can't be safe, be sensible. And of course, if you are in the UK, please from Monday, the virus is not gone, despite how much the government would like to say it is. So please do maintain social distancing and do remember to wear a mask. Because if not, we could end up in a far worse situation than we are already. So as always, thank you for joining me on the good morning walk. Has been a cracking one this morning. Definitely need a hat, as I can definitely feel the heat getting to me. But as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you all next weekend for another good morning walk.